Hi there, happy Friday. We're the Raitses, Jason and
Tracy.
and we're coming to you today to give you an update on our adoption. As many of you know, as you've been following our story and been praying for us and sending encouraging emails and texts and cards and messages and have given financially, you know that this process already has been about a year for us.
Yep.
This time last year, we finally made the decision. God had put it on our hearts. We just felt called to adopt an orphan from another country, and God led us to a little 16-month-old girl in China who we affectionately named Winona May. And we did that after two of Tracy's grandmas. Yeah. And we were steamrolling towards our adoption and getting our forms done, raising money. And then a phone call came in February of 2016, this past year, that changed our lives. We found out that Winona had passed away. She had gotten a sickness, and the orphanage she was in didn't have central heating, and her little body wasn't able to fight it off. And so that really set us back, and it took a couple months of grieving for us. And in that process, God did some tremendous things and still laid it on our hearts that he was calling us to adopt an orphan. And so he led us then to a little boy who is in China now, who we've affectionately named Kai David Rates. And so you can kind of see his picture right there. He's the cutest little thing in the history of the planet. He'll actually be 3 this January. And the crazy thing about Kai is Kai has a genetic disorder like our 2 youngest kids, Zach and Maddie, called phenylketonuria, or PKU for short. So we really felt that God had called us to adopt someone with PKU because we know the lifestyle really, really well. So we just wanted to give you an update, give you some next steps on how you wanted to help us because we're a little bit under the gun. And so we've got some giant favors to ask. First, Tracy, would you just show them like our operating system for our adoption, just so you can get an idea of everything that's kind of gone into this adoption over the past year. All these forms, piles and piles and piles and piles. And so all of that has kind of come to this point where we're now racing towards raising the last amount of funds, then raising our travel and transportation costs, which is airfare and hotel and food for
2 weeks in China.
2 weeks in China. It's a whole lot longer than 2 days in China. But I guess it doesn't make sense to go there for 2 days.
No.
Because you would fly there and fly right back. Unless we took a spaceship. But those don't exist. Okay, let me keep going. So we were sitting around this week trying to figure out how we could continue fundraising. And one of our best friends, Lindsay, had this tremendous idea that she saw someone else raise money for. And so she helped us put together this tremendous board with this puzzle. And so she saved the puzzle. Believe it or not, we blew up that big picture we just showed you into a giant puzzle. And then Lindsay made this board with 252 spots on it. And so each puzzle piece represents one of these spots. And so here's what we're asking. We're asking you and your family or your friends, whoever you want to share this video with, to purchase one of these puzzle pieces. So every time you purchase one of these puzzle pieces, we'll cross it off on the board, and then we'll send you an actual puzzle piece, and we'll send you in the mail this picture so you can put it on your fridge and be praying for our adoption process. So it's pretty awesome. We went this last week to the Secretary of State Super Center, and we got all of our paperwork officially sealed. Fancy sealed. And so now our big giant next step is we've got to get to the Chinese consulate in Chicago for them to do their seal on it, and then we have to get that paperwork over to China. In order for that to happen, we have to raise $8,210 pretty quick. Now, if you're anything like us, that is a giant amount of money. But if we have some friends and family who will come alongside of us and just buy a puzzle piece, or 2 or 4 or 5, and each puzzle piece just costs whatever the number of puzzle piece it is. So if you want puzzle piece number 32, it's just $32. And you can give that by sending it to us, or you could go to our website, Jason Raitz, JASONRAITZ.com, and there's a tab that says Bring Kai Home. And under that tab, there's a link to a You Caring website where you can give just online. And when you do, we will send you a puzzle piece and we'll send you the picture, and you will help us get to this process. So if we're able to, for some reason, sell all of these puzzle pieces, we would have more than enough to pay our remaining fees, pay for our travel and transportation, and here's the cool thing, help another family with their adoption. And so that would be the awesome part.
We also have a second puzzle that your name will go on the back of your piece that will hang in Kai's room. So he will be able to see someday everyone that prayed for him and helped bring him home.
So be a part of this, would you please? If you would be willing to share this on Facebook, share this with friends and family. I don't know. We've had, to this point, 4 churches reach out and have helped us with some funds. Maybe your church cares for and has a passion to help adoption or orphans, whoever. We would love your help. We cherish it. We can't thank you enough for all that you've done for us already. If you have already helped us, there is no pressure. Please do not feel like you've got to keep helping us with puzzle pieces. But on the other hand, this would be a fun way for your family to bring an orphan home and give them a home. So we can't wait till we can share with you that we're getting on a plane, and then we can't wait to share with you when we're in China, and then we can't wait to introduce you. Oh my gosh, that just hit me. Like that just... to
have him sitting here with us.
Yeah, that just hit me hard. So we'd love your help. I know this is a long video. Appreciate you watching it. Appreciate you sharing it. Thanks for praying for it. We'll see you.